This is Jana, a country girl that quilts. Well, I'm in my home studio today, and look what I'm working on. I'm quilting a piece for my Stitcher's Garden class, and I'm using a double needle. I've got red thread on one side and light gray on the other side. Look at that. So what I did was I drew a diagonal line down the center both ways with my iron off friction pin. And then I just started quilting down the middle, and I went over. And then now I've started the other side. I got half of it, and I'm going to turn it and start quilting. But here's how I do it. I have double needles in there, which means it's got one guide that goes in the machine, but two needles. And they come in different sizes, some farther apart. But this is one of my larger sets that I'm using here. I have my walking foot on, which I always do when I'm quilting. Then I have my quilting guide set about 1 inch apart. So I didn't do any fancy stitching. I'm just doing straight stitching to see what it looks like. And I just slide when I'm starting back the other way. I get this under my quilting foot. It's hanging on the batting a little there. So once you get going, you can just continually go. So I'm running my guide right down the middle between the two double needle lines there, stitch lines. And I'm going to start and just go, and I can go pretty quick. Look at this. This is so fun. And it almost feels, these lines almost feels raised like it was pin tucked or something. But I go all the way down until I hit the other end. Cut the thread. Look how fast this is. And then I let it slide back, and I just keep going till I'm all the way off the end. This is so fun. I'm glad I started this today. I'm supposed to be working on my retreat quilt, but I thought I might ought to get this figured out today and quilted so I'll be ready to put my block on. This block is the first Saturday of every month, this block of the month. So I have to stay ahead of everybody and have mine finished. But if you've not quilted on your sewing machine with this guide, you should try it. It's so much fun. Some people are quilting large quilts that way. I always save mine for my quilting machine when they get very big, but I love doing little projects like this. You could quilt pot holders, you can quilt table runners, anything smaller works really good under this. And the larger throat plate you have in here, the better off you are, because you can roll it up and keep it going in there. You could, a larger throat plates, you can even do lap quilts probably. And I know some of you do great old big ones and just roll it up on both sides, and they turn out really nice. Look at this. I'm using poly batting in this. We put the blocks in the quilt, and then we add batting and quilt it again. So it's getting a raised effect in this particular quilt. So I'm going to go all the way off the end here. Let's see how many more I've got. This one at least. I think that's all I'm going to do, because I will square it up to 12.5 inches and it'll cut most of that tip off. But there's what I've got. And see, this one I quilted with just the batting on the back. You think that wouldn't work, but it does. It makes a perfect little quilted piece. Look at that. All right, I got to go square it up and get the rest of my work done, and I need to get back on my retreat quilt. I just thought you might want to see that today, and maybe encourage someone to use their quilting machine and their quilting foot. Okay, thank you for watching. Good day.